Hey everybody, it is Nathan Selove, and I screwed up my lighting equipment, and that is why we are outside today in the cooling breeze and natural lighting. So, today I'm going to be talking about a question that I get a lot, that I've been meaning to make a video about for a while, but never got around to it. And the question is it okay for neurotypicals to play autistics in movies, plays, or TV shows? And the simple answer, I would say, is, in my personal opinion, is yes, but. And there are a lot of buts, and there are big buts, and there are just buts everywhere. So the first big but is one thing that I often see when autistics are portrayed by neurotypicals. One of the problems that often arises is that it becomes a medical exploration rather than a sociological exploration. And what I mean by that is there's a lot more focus on the ways, in the portrayal of the character, there are a lot more focus on the ways that the autistic character is different from society, rather than focus on the ways that they're still their own person. So, for example, I don't know how many of you have seen Atypical. I think that for the most part, it's a positive show. It portrays an autistic as being romantic, which is something that I've talked about before, and I think we don't talk about the romance of autistics enough. And I think that for that reason, the show has done some positive things. However, it often feels like when the main character is describing his autism, it feels like he's reading off of some Wikipedia page. And I researched how they researched the character itself, and apparently it was focused on interviews with psychologists. Now, it's good to talk to professionals in the field of psychology about autism when creating a character. However, the primary focus of developing that character should be talking to actual autistics, actual people with the experiences of being on the autism spectrum. So, if you are going to have a neurotypical playing an autistic, it needs to be focusing on how to create the person rather than the disability itself. So that means that they need to spend more time getting to know actual autistics, reading blogs from actual autistics, and the consultants of the character, the consultants on the character should primarily be people on the autism spectrum. Now, the other problem that often arises is the fact that there are a lot of autistic actors, but there aren't a lot of big-name autistic actors. So what often happens is the person with autism who is an actor who is just as good as the neurotypical doesn't get the part because they're not as well known. And I think that that's problematic. So when deciding whether or not it is okay to cast an autistic or cast a non-autistic into an autistic role, the questions I would ask first is the character based off of actual consultants with people on the autism spectrum, and were there autistics that were available to play the role that were just as good? And those are two very important questions that I think should address it. So, in the end, I think that if the primary purpose of casting a neurotypical to play an autistic is an educational exploration of the ways in which an autistic navigates through society, then I think that that is okay. However, if it's just to regurgitate a bunch of medical information, then that I don't think that that adds to positive discourse as much as it could. But I'm anxious to hear what you all think about this. I know that this is a very hot topic, and it has created a lot of very heated debates in the past, and I'm anxious to see what your take is. Do you think that it's okay? Do you think that it's never okay? Or are you kind of somewhere in the middle? I'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment down below. In the meantime, that's today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, give it a like, a share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Check out some of my other stuff, and I will see you next week, hopefully with actual lighting. Bye!